So it's safe to say that Spongebob is a very quotable show.
Is mayonnaise an instrument?
There is so much stuff from the series you could say in a casual setting and people would recognize as being from Spongebob. And I think one of the most iconic quotes is Now, this is one of the most consistent running gags I've ever seen. The stock scream "my leg", done by Doug Lawrence, has been in the show since boarding school in season 1.
Whoa.
And is still used in the latest episodes. And it's always the same fish injuring his leg, Fred. And today we are talking about Fred and how his hilarious gag was slowly ruined by the show.
Hey!
So, as I said, the first instance of my leg was in season 1's boarding school. The gag would go on to appear in 9 other season 1 episodes.
My leg! My leg!
Thank you!
My leg! My leg! Chef! My leg!
With Fred himself appearing in even more episodes. In fact, Fred appeared in season 1 more than Plankton and Pearl combined. That's crazy. Fred continued to appear throughout the second and third seasons, and the gag would appear in 5 episodes during those 2 seasons.
My leg! Oh my God!
Then in season 4, while Fred himself is in multiple, he never screams "my leg" in one season 4 episode, like not once. In season 5, however, there are 2 instances of a faint "my leg" in the background of a scene.
My leg!
Then the gag is almost entirely gone in the next few seasons, as it only appears 3 times during seasons 6, 7 and 8. Fred is of course still in many episodes each season, since he is a background character. Then some weird stuff starts to happen in season 9. In Squid Baby, we get this scene.
My face! My face! Also my leg, but mostly my face!
Not only is this not Fred saying the gag, but also it's way more meta than really any of the gags have been before in SpongeBob. Then we get 2 more instances of "my leg" being both tweaked to be plural, and also not being said by Fred.
My legs! My legs!
Plankton even says it in Pineapple Invasion.
Toy! My legs!
At this point, the gag has become such a staple of the show that it is now integrated into the show, not needing an explanation for when it appears, no matter which character says it. Everyone knows what "my leg" is. Then, after a few more appearances, we get an episode titled "My Leg" in season 11. The episode focuses on Fred and starts with a montage of him hurting his leg repeatedly.
My leg! 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 My leg!
In this episode, the word "leg" is said 73 times, and "my leg" is screamed 43 times. Every time someone, and yes, I'm saying someone because everyone is saying it in this episode, is saying "my leg", they are screaming it.
Hello, Fred. Your leg looks great.
Stay away from my leg, SpongeBob!
Oh, Fred, I'm so sorry I drove that freight train onto your leg.
And they do so many variations on it. It's "my feet", "my butt", and it's all screamed because they think that is what made the gag funny once.
If I hurt my leg, the doctor will replace it with his leg!
Oh, is that all? Shucks, he can have my leg. It'll...
The gag used to be so funny because it was a low-key background gag. Focus was never drawn to the gag, and that made it hilarious to spot in the background of early SpongeBob episodes. This episode is just 11 minutes of running this once funny gag into the ground. Unpopular opinion maybe, but the "my leg" gag was dead by the time the montage at the start of this episode ended. Overdoing a running gag is one thing, but giving a running gag a whole backstory is crazy to me. Because Fred hurts his leg so much, he has fallen in love with the nurse at the hospital. Because he goes there so much. And now he deliberately hurts his leg to meet her. All this results in is Fred and everyone else in this episode screaming my leg. That being the only joke in the episode. This is praised as one of the funniest episodes of modern Spongebob, by the way. I wanted to do this video screaming my leg, like, my leg, every time. Like instead of saying it, to show how annoying it is, but that would of course be very annoying to watch. This episode is annoying, but also just kind of sad. Like, you make a whole episode about a running gag, which is already a bad idea, and then you also don't understand what made the gag work in the first place.
Whoa.
The appearances of the gag after this episode is pretty much the same thing. In Chef Bob, they just flat out acknowledge it and have Fred screaming my leg even when he isn't hurting it, which...
Break a leg! Break two legs! My leg! Shut up, Fred!
The same thing happens in the string. Fred screams my leg and then corrects himself screaming my pants instead.
My leg! My pants!
Fred shows up in Gary Scott Legs to scream.
His legs!
Lighthouse Louie also just has the character acknowledge the running gag.
My goodness. Were you or your legs injured by this insane lighthouse?
No.
Wow, we get it, okay, we get it. My leg isn't a funny running background gag anymore and is instead just kind of bad. It's really the perfect analogy for the show as a whole. The only good thing that has come with this gag for years is this compilation video of every time Jamaican Snuggle sees it.
Thought you could sneak up on me at work, did ya? Well, you can't, cause I'm bad, I'm mean.
Next video we're doing a big video. I have been saying that a lot, but it's gonna take a while to edit, guys. But yeah, next video probably gonna be a bigger one. Thanks for watching.